Welcome everybody to Voice of the Ville. My name is Jerry Cervantes. Today I'm joined by my co-host,
Jimmy Alexandre, Voice of the Ville.
co-host
Jeff Lamore, Voice of the Ville.
We have a very special guest today,
Yeah, we do.
Ben McGowan, the Albemarle City Council.
Mr. McGowan. Mr. Ben, actually, no Mr. McGowan here.
Yeah.
It's my fault on that. My fault on that. But Mr. Ben has been serving this community as a city council chair since it would be 13 years this year.
2012.
2012.
2012.
Awesome, and we've certainly seen a lot of changes since 2012 in a positive direction.
Yeah, Mr. Ben, can you please speak a little bit about those changes in our community? When you first took office, the challenges that we were facing, and now, can you?
Sure, Jeff. I mean, when we went into office in 2012, the city was in financial woes, honestly and truly. Just to cite some numbers which can be backed up. Our average monthly income from sales tax revenue was $760,000. Gentlemen, that would barely make the payroll. We couldn't pay our other bills. The city had no reserve money until somebody found like $200,000 in a construction account. That was the city's reserve money. That wasn't even a down payment on payroll. We realized the need to bring in big box and recruit more business because the city operates predominantly off of sales tax revenue. Able to do improvements in infrastructure, able to pave roads. And our roads were in pitiful shape. Some of our infrastructure was in horrible shape. There's a lot of things we have addressed. There's things that we have not gotten to like we need to. Laws are changing constantly. Our ordinances that we have in place, would they stand the legal times today or not? We have a company that is experts at this going through all of our ordinances now. And we're going to recodify everything after we bring them up to date with the meet current laws. If you don't do that, you wind up in court.
Yes, sir.
And when you wind up in court, whether you win or you lose, you still have to have attorneys. So your liability insurance the next year, the city looks at a higher premium.
Mm-hmm.
So citizens and the city alike, both interest is to stay out of court, right, Ben?
If you can avoid that, yes. Today, we are averaging right now in the city of Albemarle around $2.5 million a month in sales tax revenue.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Ville for that.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah.
And you have to continue to recruit. You're going to have turnover, especially in the retail business and restaurants. You're going to have turnover, but you have to continue to recruit. We need industry. Industry and retail kind of go hand in hand. Problem is, we can't go out here and get industry. It has to work through Marshall County Economic Office in Guntersville, who works with the Department of Commerce at the state level. A couple of years ago, the city actually is now within the radius for getting contracts or people here in the city, companies, from work from the arsenal out of the Huntsville area. Whereas before we couldn't, but they extended that radius. And I would like to see more emphasis on industry out of the Marshall County Economic Development Office in Guntersville.
Wow, more industry. That's a very good point.
If I can go back, Ben, let's say for the common folk who does not know, because when you said, keeping the city out of court, just like civilians are trying to stay out of court.
Right.
Now, the common folk probably have no idea what do you mean keep the city out of court? They run everything. They're the one deciding. They do all this. if you could give us like this in everyday term that
Yeah.
they may be able to
Well,
understand what that.
Okay, what I mean by that, Jimmy, is they have, if they come to the city, and I'm gonna take an example. They come to the planning commission, okay, and they want to rezone or some property, and the planning commission disagrees with them. All right, but they're not the final say. The council, since a rezoning requires an ordinance change from an R1 to an R3 or whatever, the council is the determining factor, and they can override the planning commission. If the planning commission says no, the council can say yes, and it'll happen. But if the council says no, the individual that has petitioned for this has the right to take it to the Board of Adjustments.
Mm-hmm.
And the Board of Adjustments can do their thing. They can grant conditional use. They can grant variances, and they're the final word. Now, if they were to turn the individual down, the individual has to go. I believe it's civil court. Goes outside of the system. Yeah.
Outside the system.
Yes, sir.
What's even outside the city.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I know a lot of people have been complaining about dirty houses, dirty yards in the city. So how does that process of cleaning up the city work?
It's very diligent, very fine line you walk because you are on private property.
Okay.
Remember, the city doesn't own the property; the individual does.
Well,
Whether the one's living there or if they're on it, but they don't live there, they lease it.
but is there anything the city can do where, they can ticket that house or give them so much X amount of days to clean up?
Yes, sir.
Make
Yes,
the
sir.
yards
In
up to
fact,
date?
our code enforcement officers, which we have 2 of them that are actually badge toting and they all can write citations.
Right.
Shout out to those zoning officers.
Yeah. I mean, I'm familiar with them. I work with the city a lot of time.
Right.
But we get a lot of complaints. Sometimes you show up to one house. I mean, most people complaining about that house. They want you to ticket that house and give them so many days to clean it. Sometimes Matt will give them 15 days or so many days to come back to that house. And most of the time, that same person that call on that house will go to court, to traffic court, and see how many tickets this code enforcement was given out this month or last month or that month when they call in. They want to check on the ticket, and then they'll go online and start talking bad about the city. Hey, code enforcement's not passing enough tickets. They're not giving out enough tickets to those people. And so my question is there an amount of tickets you guys I guess the code enforcement officer should write every month? Or how does that ticketing process work to get somebody to clean their yard?
No, sir. There is no minimum or maximum number of tickets. It depends on what they observe or receive complaints about and go and check out. Does it warrant a ticket? Most of the time, and you were referencing it, once they go and write them a ticket, now they've already been notified, they could get a ticket. The notification would say you have X amount of days
Mm-hmm.
to get your act together. In other words, you look at safety violations.
Right.
You look unsafe, unhealthy.
Give me an example of a safety violation.
Well, let's look at this. Somebody's got a refrigerator on their front porch, and that refrigerator is not locked.
Wow.
Now, does that not become an obstacle for a child to get into?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And once they get in there, freezers, same thing there. If they want to dispose of one and they put it out by the road, but they don't put it face down or take the door off of it, it poses a safety issue, especially for a small child.
But let's say one of your officers show up, and what is the process if I have a fridge on my front porch and I refuse to remove it? Because, I don't want to remove it.
You don't have to remove it. but you've got to lock it and show him proof that it.
All right, let's say I don't want to do that. I say, hey, I'm not gonna lock it. I'm not gonna move the fridge. I'm just gonna leave it there.
So in other words, you have a defiant civilian.
Yeah, I'm a defiant civilian. Yeah.
I would assume they would get a citation and wind up in court.
Okay,
The
so
judge is going to make a decision.
Which is what we want to avoid.
that's
This is
true,
local court.
But I'm just saying, if
Okay.
there's people out there like that, you know,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
especially those people that don't speak the language, you know, they don't understand how the court system here works. Let's say I don't want to do that. Can I not put this? Can you guys not put somebody in jail over that situation right there?
You could. It depends on the individual and how receptive the officer is to the communication between them.
Okay.
Not just because, well, I don't like you, I'm going to put
No,
you in
I know, but you got to be fair, man.
You got to be fair about it.
There's a process in place.
There's a process, and it's like people get stopped for speeding.
Right.
All right. Well, I thought the law said you had to give me 5 miles an hour over the posted speed limit. No, the law doesn't say that.
Mm-hmm.
The officer that stops you, depending on your attitude, can give it to you
At his discretion.
if you're honest and upfront with him and all. But if you start bulking up and kind of getting harsh with him,
Yeah.
you're gonna get that ticket.
Right.
And I mean, when you look at us, look at the traffic in this city and how it has grown. Cell phones. I wish we could do more with cell phones and people operating vehicles.
Yeah.
That's a pet peeve.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Another pet peeve is loud vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean loud vehicles? You talking about?
No exhaust. I'm not talking about any one of your vehicles. That's pretty clear.
Right.
But I'm talking about don't have an exhaust on them, basically.
People that cut their catalytic converter right out the
Yeah.
nose.
And
You messing with the Hellcat boys over here?
the radios in some vehicles. I mean, I have been inside of Local Joe's
Mm-hmm.
waiting to get food, and somebody stopped out front of it at the light, and the radio was so loud, the glass, you could watch the glass vibrate in the window.
Yeah.
Years ago, when we did Main Street Music Festival,
Mm-hmm.
they cranked up some of the bass
Yeah.
when a band was just doing a little test. Cracked 2 windows on Main Street.
Oh wow.
I mean, it cracked 2 windows.
I think I remember that. Yeah, sure, I remember that. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. I mean, okay. So I know the housing has been an issue. You know, are you guys involved in? I mean, are you guys gonna get involved eventually to get more apartments here in Abbeville? And you know, is there companies that you guys working with?
There are some companies right now. There will be an apartment complex built up across from Fairfield Suites
Oh, nice.
back there.
Okay, that's on 431.
Yeah, it's off of 431 back there behind there on George Wallace.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just open that Fairfield. I think they're building a long one in front of it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing right now is because interest rates are so high, that hurts builders because they got to buy all their materials and everything. And until they've got a completed product and they've got a return on their investment, they're paying interest.
I mean,
Construction loans.
Yes.
I know I'm asking all the questions. I got my co-hosts, you know, they want to ask some questions too. But my last question I wanted to ask is like, I feel like housing in Abbeville it's overpriced. I mean, rental,
I agree.
like for instance, a little city. I mean, I know we have the largest city in the county, but a 1-2 bedroom apartment, $1,500. If somebody's working, for instance, they're only making $2,000 a month. How can they survive?
Sorry. See, we cannot control
I know
the
you
price
cannot
thing
control
on
the
that.
pricing. Yeah, I wanted to get your opinion on
Give
that.
you a good example. I agree with you,
Yeah.
especially depending on the quality of the living facility.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
go to Huntsville now. Go 431 straight to Huntsville.
Yeah.
You get out there this side of Hampton Cove and you start all those new apartments. Some of those 2-bedroom apartments are $2,000 a month.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we're talking about Huntsville, but in a little town like ours, I mean,
I think, in my opinion, the price like this, Jen,
Mhm.
even though it is a small town, is because there's just not enough land. There's limited number of
but
housing.
that's where the locals, Jerry, get mad because they're like, well, we used to have this small town, everybody know everybody, but now we got all these foreigners moving over here. They're taking all the housing and then they're forcing the houses to go up because
These old owners that miss paying $400 on their house, I mean, they got to get with the times. There's no place in the United States of America that you're going to pay $400 for a house. And
I mean, boys.
Well, boss, you may still find it, but I completely understand. Inflation is real. Everything else is going up. Inflation is a real thing. But where I am concerned is the rate of inflation. I remember when I first came here, a 2-bedroom that was about $450, that was about $500, $600 a month, is now $1,500, $1,600 a month. I mean,
that's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Ashbrook Apartments.
You know the old saying, the law of supply and demand.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
exactly what it is.
Well, the reason I brought this issue, you know, is because I mean the reason I even mentioned this is because some people that's listening don't really understand how that works. You know, they don't understand this inflation. They blame everything on the city government.
On the city government.
okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yes, yes.
So that's why I wanted him to kind of explain that. He has nothing to do with it. I mean, let's talk about our beautiful park, man. I was there Friday. I was at the park.
Mhm.
It was packed.
Mm.
I'm telling you, there was people from everywhere. I seen people from Huntsville. I seen people from Birmingham. It was wonderful. I mean, like, let's talk about this. You know, I think that was a great investment for our city. I mean, tell us a little bit about the park.
Economically, it opened up some doors that otherwise would have not been open. The economic impact that the park itself produces for the restaurants, for hotels, for gas, for general spending is phenomenal.
Okay.
They've got certain formulas that they run in order to come up with an economic impact. You can't just say, well, this weekend the store did $500,000, for example. How much of that was spent by people at the park? And how much was spent by just locals?
Right.
Pretty much.
I mean, you have to use some estimating formulas.
Yeah. I was just gonna say in there for the viewers, there's no way to tell. You know, but we are trying to do estimations.
But I mean, the economic impact is in the millions of dollars already.
Absolutely.
But I mean, I know I said my last question. I was actually 3 questions.
Come on, Jeff.
All right.
We know
Let
that's
me
not
know.
going to happen.
I know I talk a lot. I'm sorry. I got
some cars. How many cars you sell due to?
Well,
Because
I sell at least 5 cars.
More.
Or more.
Okay.
from out of towners.
From
right?
out of towners, right? But I got a question for you.
Mm.
How are we paying for this park? I mean, it's beautiful. I want to know how.
Beautiful
Beautiful building,
So
but I have to pay my tax dollar.
Check it out.
Yes, you
guys
do.
are every month.
Do you
So I
remember
wanna know
in
how-
July of 2017, we passed a 1-cent sales tax? The city passed a 1-cent sales tax.
Yes.
And it went into effect in July of 2017.
Okay.
That 1-cent sales tax has generated, and we do not have it shared with anyone.
Right.
It is dedicated to the debt service on the park. The park was financed through bonds.
Okay.
What? You
Through
said-
bonds.
Okay, bonds.
And people buy the bonds, okay?
Right.
All right. But that 1 cent is dedicated to paying that debt service back on the park. And let's say we spent $85 million to build the park. We had to guarantee that $85 million. So the 1-cent sales tax so far has generated almost $35 million.
Mm.
And
Okay.
if it's since you said 2017.
Since 2017.
Yes.
But the rating on the park, I heard it was horrible. Was it not a triple B minus?
No. When we first went into office,
Okay.
we were at triple B plus,
Triple B plus. Okay.
which
gotcha.
is not good.
Okay, so
We
triple B
now-
is not good.
Me and you had a little bit.
No, it's not good.
We're
Me
at
and him had a
double
little
A
conversation.
minus now. We have climbed, which is usually not even envisioned by anyone to go from a triple B plus to a double A minus
Yeah.
in this amount of time.
Wow.
We have done some things. We created a financial ordinance back when we went into office. We didn't
Yeah.
have one. We started looking at how to expand. We started looking at the software that was being used for our financial data. And the biggest thing was to set up a general reserve fund. In other words, a savings account for the city. Right now, we have over a year's worth of cash
Wow.
in the bank if the economy went tanked, that
Wow.
we could pay our bills and pay our employees.
Wow.
So I mean, right there, for those of you who wonders, what is it that your city council is doing? There it is.
I mean, don't get me wrong. You are doing a lot. I mean, I'm just telling you, you guys are doing a lot. For the kind of money you guys make a year, I wouldn't put up with this mess personally. 16,000 is nothing, man.
I don't think they understand, Jeff. It's 16,000 annually.
16,000,
What
right?
your councilmen and women are making
16,000
to serve you.
Is it
I
16?
don't think it's 16,000.
15?
It's less.
Oh,
But
Yeah.
15,
Well, even less.
15,000.
guys, that's nothing.
A teenager working at McDonald's.
I mean, imagine in politics. You know, I talk to politicians all the time. When somebody's involved in city politics or state politics or federal politics, like national politics, their family is being there, watching those people go on those on the comment section, bashing your father, bashing your mother, bashing your uncle. This guy you sit and eat at the dinner table with, and you sitting there watching. Like me, I get upset because if I'm friends with Ben and I know Ben is a great guy, he's trying to do the right thing, and somebody online says something under the comment, I usually get in that comment and make a reply. But you know, I just feel like those guys were. I mean, it has to be a calling, to serve.
I moved here in, let's see, 1981. And I was dating my wife now. She lived here. My parents lived in Huntsville.
Shout out to Ben's wife.
Shout out to Ben wife watching.
My wife, bless her heart, she has dementia, and it's rough on her right now, very rough. And I'm her caregiver. She couldn't have got a worse one, but anyway, I
She'll make the
just take
difference.
care of her because she's good as gold. She grew up here her whole life.
So she's a Marshall.
She's
County
Marshall
in?
County. Yeah.
Marshall County. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you for bringing Ben on board. That's why he's here, right?
Right.
The thing with our city, with our citizens, we the council work for the citizens.
Right.
We don't work for the mayor. The mayor doesn't put us in office. The citizens put us in office with that vote in August.
Great. For those of you who don't know, when Ben said vote in August, you have until August 7th to register to vote.
Yes.
August 26th, get out there and vote.
Is it 30 days? 27.
No, 28 days now.
26.
26 days.
It's the 11, right? To register. The deadline. I think it's the 11.
11.
Yeah, 11.
So I
Yeah.
know
August
there's
11th.
there's a
11.
big push underway to get those that can register that are not, to get them to register. Not just register, but go out on the 26th and exercise that right that you have to cast that vote.
Yeah.
What is 4 more years of Ben McGowan looking like?
83 years old at the end of 4. And that will be it for me.
That would be it
I'm
for you.
serious.
What do you got in mind? What are
Well,
you planning on?
One thing I'd like to work very closely with is the mayor's office, and a monthly newsletter go out of the mayor's office to citizens that wish to receive it.
Wow.
In other words, it will not be forced on anyone. We would go through a process where you will be able to say, yes, I'd like to receive it. And you furnish your email address and it will go into a master mailer. Or no, I don't want to receive it. That's fine. It's fluid. It can be changed every month. I think that coming out of his office would curtail some of the social media unknowns.
Very good.
Right.
And be straight that yeah, we can say some things. People think that NDAs are just bull. Well, they're not bull. You can go to Fairfield, Alabama, which is, I think, outside of Birmingham.
Correct.
That city, they violated. They released some information after signing NDAs that they shouldn't have. Guess what? The project was lost. The developer pulled the plug. It will happen to you.
For those who does not know NDA, what is
Non-disclosure agreement.
Non-disclosures, okay.
Yeah, you've been entitled or been given information that doesn't need to go any further than where you are.
Confidential.
So,
Yes.
So go ahead, Jared.
So I went to school in Birmingham. Maybe there's some viewers here that are watching from Birmingham. I wonder if we can go into a little bit of specifics about this project that Fairfield lost out on, unfortunately.
I don't have all the details, I'll be honest with you. Fairfield has had some serious financial woes. They based their budget on a super Walmart. Now, that's a lot of money. But that super Walmart got closed. So, guess what? Fairfield basically went bankrupt. Cities can go that way.
But that's almost what happened to Aberville with Kmart.
We were close. I mean,
we had Kmart and Sears, right?
we had Kmart and Sears. Kmart was the big box.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the reason we never got a Walmart here, because Kmart was here.
Mm. Makes sense.
Now, as time crept on with Kmart and they began to have their woes, their buying policies changed. I worked 11 years for Sears before I went to work for the government.
I work for Sears too. To me.
Huntsville,
Which Sears did you work in?
Huntsville, Atlanta, and Chicago.
Okay.
Wow.
I worked for the one in Aberville. What's the space used to own it? And
Lee? Was it Lee?
Lee sold it to a couple guys.
Yeah.
And I think one of them was in the city council in Birmingham, if I'm
Yes,
not mistaken.
yes.
You
I'm
remember?
trying to think of his name. I think he still owns it.
Yeah. Well, he
All
still
right.
owns Sears.
Yeah, he's got some in some other cities. This one here closed.
Was Sears bought by Walmart?
No, Sears was bought by Kmart.
Kmart.
Oh.
And then what happened in Kmart?
Kmart and Sears. I won't say what I'm thinking. I'm not going to say that.
Let's skip this question.
But the thing here is
Go ahead.
what they were doing. If they could not buy inventory in bulk,
Yeah.
they wouldn't buy. So you went into stores and shelves were empty.
Right.
Sears was already selling off Craftsman.
Yeah, I remember that because I was working up there at the time. We couldn't get any lawnmowers. And
I know there's going to be somebody asking that question. I know I'm asking it. What does a bankrupt city look like?
Look down the street and see them.
Very. I would hate to look at one. I really would.
But is any city? You don't have to say the name, but is there any city around us that's bankrupt? Not yet.
What about like Detroit? Is that a bankrupt city?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
That's when everybody go foreclosure,
The
right?
U.S. government went into Detroit and helped
Build
pick
them
the
up.
pieces up and look at downtown Detroit.
They got a lot of Biden money, right?
I mean, they got a lot of people's money. Lee,
Yeah.
what was his name?
Me too.
Lee Iacocca,
No, me
that
too.
was head of Chrysler.
Right.
Okay. When the Abrams, the M1 tank,
Hmm.
Chrysler got the contract to build that, most of it.
Count.
Which helped the city. But
Mhm.
to be fair, for again those who are still trying to get a picture of it, would it be safe to say that when you go into a city and you see abandoned buildings with graffiti on those buildings and not being used for anything, and they're just sitting there?
You got a
Give us an
problem.
example of what we okay.
And you've
So
got a
now,
problem if you've got a
Sorry, no
city
sense to be
that
ramped
just
up.
doesn't have the money to make payroll, for example. You're not going to have enough public safety, law enforcement, fire, paramedics.
Roads, school
That's it.
teachers.
But 700 in 2012, 760,000. That's nothing.
That's nothing is exactly right.
That's crazy.
In 12 years, you guys have more than doubled it.
Double it, yeah. So that means that our
Tripled it, more
economy
than
is
tripled
what,
it.
100
Yeah.
and something
Yeah.
percentage.
Yeah, it's the.
But do you
It
think-
costs a lot. I mean, a city is a business.
Mm.
The mayor is the CEO of that business.
Hmm.
Oh, I love that. Shut up.
He
That's
runs
good.
the city.
Now,
Okay.
in case you wonder, that's the truth.
We,
That is
the
truth.
council, do not run the city. We handle the finances to make certain that money is spent wisely, that money is put in reserve, and that the equipment and manpower that's needed. And as we grow in population, we're going to have to grow in public safety.
Well, I know, ladies. Somebody like Bonnie always want the financial records. Is that something that make public to everybody to see, or
Under the FOIA Act, Freedom of Information Act, they can get it.
but they can't just walk in City Hall. Hey, I want to see the city financial record.
No, it's a little more than that. They have to write,
Okay.
request it, and if there's copies that have to be made, they can be charged to produce those copies.
And the reason I specifically asked you this question is because a guy was like, "Well, they're crooked. They'll hide the financial record. Their city council meeting. They don't want to get the public involved. So there's a process to get the financial, the budget, or is there a budget?
Yes.
Okay.
In fact, the mayor is currently working with our financial director, Jake Minix, to
Yeah, I know, Jake.
put together the proposed budget for next year, fiscal year.
What's some big item that's gonna be in that budget?
I'll be honest with you, I have not seen that. I don't know what the department heads are identifying yet, because they're the ones meeting with the mayor, and they'll go through. I mean, I would imagine there could be some more police cars on there.
Well, I would like to see the police get paid back. That's just me personally.
Do you know how much we have actually increased the salaries since we took office?
Over 75%.
Correct.
I'm just saying. I got a lot of law enforcement friends. I just hate to see them at Walmart.
Well,
Somewhere
Jeff,
working part
Do
time.
you know law enforcement
Mhm.
eats for free at Gordo's Way every weekend?
This guy, he's just trying to sell.
No, but wait a minute.
This guy.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, law enforcement, Albertville City Police Department, they know they get free meals at Gordo's Way every week.
Well, shout out to Golden's Way.
Shout out to Golden Way.
We're one of the few fire departments in this state that every one of our firefighters that are certified firefighters, they're also certified EMTs.
Now,
You don't
any
find
plans
that-
to bring medical personnel into that free meal on weekends.
And I could have a
Any plans that I get? Just messing with you.
No car salesman.
No car salesman. I'm not a car salesman. Don't.
this is an awesome conversation.
It
Mr.
is
Ben
awesome. conversation.
The thing here with our citizens,
Yeah.
they make this town,
Mhm.
believe me, and they are the voice, the ears of the city.
Yes.
And when they're out traveling, they're either your worst advertisement or your best advertisement.
That's true.
Mhm.
That's true.
Now we have quite a few people and I've had them, friends of mine from Madison,
Mm-hmm.
wanting to move over here. They have children that play in travel ball.
Mhm.
They like the park. They like our education system better than what they have. And the cost of living is cheap.
Man, we have one of the best education system, I think, because I mean the stuff you guys have, the programs that you guys have at the school,
Mm-hmm.
it's just amazing. I mean, that's, in my opinion, don't most people might disagree with me. I mean, I think around here in Marshall County, we take education serious. Like low town for like Boaz, for instance, their economy might not doing so great. That's an opinion. That's my opinion. You know, but their schools, man, their schools are going well. I mean,
Good.
yeah. So I mean, I think the superintendent for the county might have a lot to do with that, or
Well, he would for
legislature.
it, except that we have superintendents over every city system.
Okay,
You got a county superintendent, and then you got a superintendent for every city system,
right?
like Dr. Reeves is for here in Albertville.
Yeah.
I met with him and the assistant,
So
and
Dr. Reed,
Dr.
yeah,
Reeves
for
is the
people that don't
superintendent.
know, that's important,
We on the council get calls sometimes from parents,
right?
and they say, "I want to complain that y'all are not doing enough to discipline my child." Okay, ma'am, we don't handle that. I would like to give you the superintendent's phone number. You can call his office and he can discuss it with you and get you an appointment. Well, y'all don't, you don't do enough. I said, well, ma'am, tell me how you feel about it. Well, I send them to school to get disciplined. I said, do you send them to school to get educated? And disciplinary is part of education, but it starts at home. Normally, when I say that, the phone goes click. They hang up
They hang up.
because it does. There's a lot that used to be at home that those values aren't there anymore,
Okay,
Absolutely.
and it's
we
scary.
we almost out of time. So, if I'm a viewer sitting at home right now watching this, um, what would you want them to know about you, and why should they vote for you? I mean, why not vote for Miss Roden? What do you have to offer for the voters to decide to give you that vote?
Yeah, if I may add, let's let you have here the full light, the full scope of everything.
Okay.
You can talk. Imagine you're talking to everyone here in Albertville that has an opportunity to vote. Earlier, we
Everybody's
spoke
listening.
about
Mhm.
that we need to take advantage of our opportunities and use our voice to vote rather than go on social media, make meaningless comments. Let's use our way to vote. And now Mr. Ben will speak why he should be the one representing you in city council.
Well, to me, I'd like the opportunity to see some projects through that we've done, and also to start to nurture more seeds. Economic growth cannot stop. If it stops, your city stops. May not stop immediately, but it will stop. It will grind to a halt because you're not going to be able to provide the services that you need. Those services require equipment. I want to make certain that we have the best pay for our employees, the best benefits for our employees, and that we are fair and equal with all the citizens, whether if they have an issue with their property, and our code enforcement is doing that. Let's see if we can be a part of with them, fix, not more of a problem.
Mhm.
I mean, we cannot go on there and clean up personal property, but we could reach out to maybe churches or organizations that want to help these people. We have a lot of older people in our city. Now, we have a lot of younger people that are coming back to the city that 10 years, 15 years ago, when they left here from high school, adios, Albertville, I won't be back. We didn't have anything for them.
Right.
Nothing. And we're in the process now, not we, but individuals are. They're building an entertainment center with a 20-lane bowling establishment inside.
Yeah, I heard about that.
In Albertville.
Yes, sir.
Everton.
And here's some interesting facts. I've met with the superintendent, his assistant, and the principal of the high school.
Mhm.
They are looking into maybe adding bowling as another sport and curriculum.
Wow.
Nice.
And down the road, Jacksonville State University, last year they won a national championship in bowling.
Wow.
Wow.
There are 30 schools, high schools in the state of Alabama that have bowling teams. There are scholarships out there for these kids.
For bowling.
Opportunities. Absolutely.
There's a lot of
Bowling was very popular when I was younger, but then bowling kind of went through a period of falling off.
Yeah.
It got a bad image to it, but now it's coming back, and it's coming back as a family sport.
Yeah.
That's what's going to be great to add this to another thing to do here.
That's what I mean. When I was in high school and I was dating, that was one of the main things you can do here.
Yeah.
And is go to the Boaz and Frank's bowling alley.
Shout out to Frank.
Shout out to Frank, yeah, great guy. And we would go up there and bowl. I mean, and besides that, you can go to Jamocha Coffee.
Mhm.
And they had the flower shop. But now, I mean, if you're going out on a date, there's a million things you can,
Yeah.
you can go to the movies in Albertville.
Mm-hmm.
We used to dream about having a Starbucks here. I mean, coffee lover, man. We used to dream about it.
Yeah.
I mean, now we got 2 Starbucks.
Yeah.
Well, we got 2.
Yeah, Park,
Cool.
One at the park.
and the one at Inside Food.
And shout out to the guy that owns the one at the park. I mean, very great guy. Man, we just have so much right now in Abbeville. I mean, it's just so much to do. I mean, so much food. I eat so much burgers. I'm tired. I mean, you can look at me. I look out of shape because of all these burgers and Gordos, right?
Well, we won't call you.
Those and Gordos.
I mean, things that are available for families to do. Those things are growing. Even the shopping aspect of it. Families go shopping.
Yeah.
Ben, so when you saw a different flavor or a foreign influx into Albertville originally, how did that make you feel at the time?
I'm going to be perfectly frank and honest with you. I was not a happy camper. I realized people are trying to improve their lives. And as time went on, I said, wait a minute. There's a reason they're here. And to see what they have been able to do, not only to fill jobs that some others would not work anymore, but the fact that their children got a chance to get an education, got a chance to go to high school, to graduate from high school, maybe go to a 2-year college, maybe go to a 4-year college. And they're bilingual. I was telling Jerry earlier a little story, but I don't have time to go into it. It's just that when a mother or a dad find out that the child who's bilingual is not telling them the truth, Katie barred the door. The mother's got a purse usually, and she'll use it. Woo! But the fact is that these young people get an opportunity that they never would have had where they came from.
Well,
Thanks for sharing that, man.
And if I may add,
Please.
I honestly got to say, this has to be one of the most heartfelt, sincere answer to this specific question that you asked.
yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, a lot of people are around the bushes about it, those kind of questions. Because, of course, they want our vote. I mean, they want Jerry's vote. They want Jimmy's vote. And, I mean, we appreciate your honesty. And we appreciate you today.
I appreciate the opportunity to come and sit down with y'all.
Yeah.
The thing with me is if people want me to serve 4 more years, I appreciate and welcome their vote. But it's up to them.
And you work and you do work well with everybody. I mean, I've seen you. It's not the first time meeting you, of course. I mean, you have a lot of, well, I've seen you a lot of time and talked to you. You always been honest and, but thanks for stopping by and we appreciate you.
I thank y'all for having me, and I hope this continues to grow for y'all. It seems to be a thing of growth. One quick ad. People, I hope you will understand, when they do a census count, those numbers are not shared in the U.S. government. In other words, it doesn't go to DHS or anything like that. Those numbers are kept within. Knowing true populations of cities helps them, especially in the education arena.
Okay.
Don't be fearful that it's going to get you deported or something like that. It's not going to happen.
Okay.
If I had to guess right now, I'd say we're probably over 30,000 people.
It's probably more. I think it's probably more.
Whereas, we still are double the size of lads or gunners.
Yeah.
And when you add them together, they still don't equal us.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Well, that's amazing.
So, but just briefly, just in case those who did not understand, Dan said here is very key. When it comes time to census, yes, there's a lot of reason to be fearful because of everything that is going on right now, and there is a lot. But we got to now keep in mind those censuses are not just because government want to have control, but it's going to help the city know what our children need. Things such as the housing situation that we've spoke about here, that's going to help the city know what needs to be done to make that change. So if you take nothing else away from today, I strongly suggest that you take that under great consideration.
Well, there's a couple of new housing developments that the Planning Commission approved last week.
Awesome.
It will go to the council now.
Well,
awesome. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank y'all very much. It's been a pleasure, and God bless each and every one of you.
Well, thank
you.
you. This is it.
Bless our Ville.
Bless
our Ville.
Bless our Ville. Yes. Thank you. This is the final end of this episode. I want to thank Jimmy and I want to thank Ben most and foremost for coming by and sharing his ideas with us and the things that they have accomplished in the past. And thank you. This is Voice of the Ville.
Right. We're going to thank you, Jeff. We're going to thank you, Jared. You know what I mean? Again, Voice of the Ville.
Thank you.
Hopefully not the last time we have Ben on the show for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we need to have you more back.
Yeah. Absolutely.